now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Huge news coming out of Philadelphia, where Jalen Hurts and the Eagles have agreed upon a 5-year extension worth $255 million, including $110 million guaranteed at signing. At an average annual salary of $51 million per year, Hurts' extension makes him the highest paid player in NFL history. Monday marks the beginning of off-season workouts for 26 NFL clubs. Although the programs are voluntary, there were some notable absences, including Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson, Raiders running back Josh Jacobs, and Jaguars tight end Evan Ingram, all of whom were given their team's franchise tag after the 2022 season. Florida quarterback Anthony Richardson continued his pre-draft visits on Monday, visiting the Titans, while Alabama signal caller Bryce Young officially canceled his remaining pre-draft visits as the star quarterback anticipates being selected at the top of the first round in this year's draft. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-898-6155 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-898-6155. That's 800-898-6155. What do you have to lose? Call 800-898-6155. Again, 800-898-6155.
Tuesday, April 18th, 2023. We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXO El Centro. Gene Brister in the newsroom. I'm Carroll, and
it's a good morning.
Yeah, we're trying to let the dust settle, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little hacking goes a long ways.
Oh, yes, and kind of calmed down for a little bit, but it's going to be back.
Yeah, well, it looks like the forecast changed. Originally, it was going to be windy, and it was going to be windy through the night, and then windy this morning. But
yeah, well, it was windy through the night. It'll be windy again this afternoon.
All right. Well,
and through tomorrow, and then it moves east, and it becomes Yuma and Phoenix's problem.
Your guy's turn.
Yeah. Well, a forecast is kind of like a movable feast. It's constantly being tweaked.
Yeah, so sometimes I wonder if they don't get carried away a little bit.
I think sometimes they do.
And they're really good about establishing new names for things.
Yes.
If you look back and think back about it.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Well, because they can.
We allowed them to.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, it is a Tuesday. I think we mentioned that.
I think so.
And we have birthdays to celebrate, and we will get to them. And let's see. Oh, in the news from Hollywood, Gwyneth Paltrow says she no longer cares what people think about her. Yeah, you can read the whole interview in the latest magazine where she appears heavily photoshopped on the cover. Yeah.
I'll pass.
That's the way it works in Hollywood, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She's different. Very much so.
You're being kind.
Yes, I think so. Anyway, all sorts of other things going on. You saw last week Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Uncle Arnold. He got fed up with a pothole in his Los Angeles neighborhood, so he and a couple of neighbors picked up a shovel and filled it up himself. No truth to the rumor that he filled it up with Danny DeVito.
Be about the right size.
Yes.
Yeah.
Needed more filler than that.
Yeah, I'd like to see Danny DeVito with a shovel in his hand.
Yes.
I think he can make you laugh.
I think you're probably right. Oh, well. Anyway, you ready for birthdays?
Ready. Okay,
let's jump in with the big shot birthdays. Actor Robert Hooks, 86. Haley Mills is 77. Actor Dorothy Lyman is 76. Actor Cindy Pickett, 76. Actor James Woods, 76. Actor Rick Moranis, 70. Actor Eric Roberts, 67. Actor Melody Thomas Scott, 67. Actor John James, 67. Actor Jane Leaves from Frasier, 62. Ventriloquist Jeff Dunham is 61. Conan O'Brien, 60. Actor Eric McCormick is 60. Actor Maria Bello, 56. Actor Mary Birdsong, 55. Actor David Hewlett, 55. Actor David Tennant is 52. Actor Melissa Joan Hart, 47. Actor Bryce Johnson, 46. Actor America Ferrera, Ugly Betty, 39. Actor Tom Hughes, 38. Actor Ellen Woglam is 36. Actor Vanessa Kirby, 35. Actor Aliyah Sawkett is 34. Actor Britt Robertson, 33. Actor Chloe Bennett, 31. And actor Moises Arias is 29. I think I've heard about 4 of them.
You know about 4 of them.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, okay. And local birthdays just ahead.
Agriculture arson is on the rise in Imperial County. Haystack fires destroy private property and negatively impact our region's economy, including jobs. You can make a difference by reporting suspicious activity. Cash rewards are available for information leading to an arrest and conviction. To provide a tip, call the Imperial County Sheriff's Department at 442-265-2021. That's 442-265-2021. Burn a bail, go to jail. It's as simple as that.
Let's celebrate today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Trinka Noriega, Justin Keating, Dolores Virgil, Chad Everett, Esmeralda Sandoval, Luis Sandoval, Gina Rivas, Shava Coriel, Jesse Liera, and Mando Tarikas. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, short list, but a lot of quality there.
Quality. You're going to get one or the other or both.
Yeah. Let's look back in history. On this date in 1910, a gentleman by the name of Walter Brookins made the first airplane flight at night. Yeah. Apparently, it went rather quick because, well, there was no TSA back in 1910. Yeah, able to board without a problem.
At least that's what they tell us.
Yes.
We went around at that time, so.
Yeah. That's the rumor going around.
Well, the rumor mills work hard.
Yeah. Okay. We've got news and stuff. Are you ready?
We certainly do. I am more than ready. Let's get with it.
World and California news headlines. We'll start it off. It's all brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, they are your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. A mom in Kansas City says her teenage son is recovering at home after he was shot in the head when he showed up at a wrong address to pick up his younger brothers. Cleo Nagby tells CBS Mornings.
He's doing considerably well. Physically, mornings are hard, but his spirits are in a good place.
16-year-old Ralph Jarl is black. The 84-year-old white homeowner has been charged in the shooting. A judge in Moscow has denied a bid by Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich to be freed after he was detained on espionage charges. CBS's Holly Williams.
After the decision was handed down, the U.S. ambassador spoke to the media, reiterating the U.S. government's position, saying, quote, the charges against Evan are baseless, and we call on the Russian Federation to release him.
State media say 21 people have died in a fire at a hospital in Beijing that forced dozens to evacuate. Photos show thick black smoke billowing from the building. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news, 17 people arrested and accused in connection with several mass shootings and murders in Northern California, including 2 recent shootings at Sikh temples. State Attorney General Rob Bonta.
And during the investigation, we prevented at least 2 additional shootings from happening. Because of this operation, future gun violence, future crime, future harm has been prevented.
Student workers at Cal State University filing for their own union.
Joining together in union is the only pathway these students have to gain a voice at the CSU. In a union, they would be able to negotiate over working conditions, pay, and benefits.
Catherine Hutchinson is president of the Cal State Employees Union. Organizers say about 10,000 students at CSU campuses work under the category of non-academic student assistants, like receptionists, lab workers, and resource aides. Members of the Writers Guild of America authorizing a strike. Union leadership can call the strike now if ongoing negotiations with the big Hollywood studios fall apart. Writers want better compensation for streaming shows. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Mornings were made for better things than rheumatoid arthritis or RA. Xeljanz tofacitinib is a pill for adults with moderate to severe RA when tumor necrosis factor blockers did not work well or could not be tolerated. Xeljanz can help relieve joint pain, swelling, and help stop further joint damage. Xeljanz can lower your ability to fight infections. Don't start if you have one. Before and during treatment, your doctor should check for infections like TB and do blood tests. Serious, sometimes fatal infections, cancers including lymphoma and lung, blood clots, serious heart-related events, tears in the stomach or intestines, and allergic reactions have happened. People 50 and older with heart disease risk factors have an increased risk of death. Tell your doctor if you've had hepatitis B or C, have flu-like symptoms, are prone to infections, or have ever had a heart attack, stroke, clot, or other heart problems, or swelling of lips, tongue, throat, or hives. Ask your doctor about prescription Xeljanz. Visit Xeljanz.com or call 1-844-XELJANZ.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the valley to serve you, at the Imperial Valley Mall, in the Brawley Auto Center, and at El Centro Motors.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Tuesday morning, the Board of Supervisors will meet today, as it is Tuesday. George Gale filed this story.
It is a regular weekly meeting. Their meeting has a good number of action items on the agenda. Chelsea Investment Corporation will present an affordable housing project known as Heber Meadows. The board will be asked to reconsider a previous action. Not long ago, the supervisors decided not to back Senate Bill 797, authored by Senator Padilla. The board will discuss the Imperial County Public Benefits Program. Behavioral health will have 3 reallocation requests. Human Resources will ask the board to consider the reallocation classification of the 3 positions. Public Health will request several reallocations. The board will discuss the bidding process for the Sunbeam Lake RV Park Fire Incident Cleanup Project. Public Works will request the approval for a bidder to perform the behavioral health parking lot and site improvements. They will also seek a resolution approving inspection services for the behavioral health projects. Supervisors meet in the board chambers at the Administration Center on Main Street in El Centro. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
SCAG, or the acronym for Southern California Association of Governments, is scheduled to hold 2 workshops in El Centro. Here's more on that story. The workshops will be held April the 18th and the 19th. They will be held at the El Centro Library on North Imperial Avenue. April 18th's workshop will be held from 4 to 6 p.m. On April the 19th, there will be a workshop. It'll be held from 10 a till noon. Southern California Association of Governments will discuss what SCAG does for the Southern California counties they represent. That includes transportation, housing needs, regional developments, and meeting future demands. The workshops are part of SCAG's 4-year update to their visionary plan for the future and the region, or Connect SoCal, and SCAG's process to develop Connect SoCal. KXO News Time, 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires, guaranteed. We're talking the finest names in tires: Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. Check the prices, then talk to your Quick Lane service advisor. He will give you the best price, guaranteed. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall.
The Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors are meeting today. Here's more on that story.
It will be this afternoon. A meeting will be in La Quinta. It begins at 1 p.m. Those who cannot attend in person can view the meeting via live stream. Live stream is available on the IID website. During the meeting, the board will be asked to take positions on state legislation. They will also discuss a budget amendment to fuel and purchase power. There will be a presentation on the Custom Energy Solutions Program incentive considerations. There will also be a presentation on Water and Energy Department's 30-year outlook. The board will also receive a 2023 summer readiness update. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And that concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the Valley. Remember, Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we engineered the truck of the future for everyone. Ford F-150, available with a Pro Power onboard generator and a variety of cab configurations for whatever you need to haul. Because the truck of the future isn't created for just a few. It's for America. Ford F-150. Drive one today. We want your trade-in. Get a 2022 or 2023 Ford F-150 truck with 0% APR for 36 months. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford Credit APR financing. 36 months at $27.78 per month per thousand financed regardless of down payment. Down payment may vary depending on credit. Not available on Ford F-150 Lightning, F-150 Tremor, and F-150 Raptor models. Place a new retail order or take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer's stock by 7/5/23. See dealer for residency restrictions, qualifications, and details.
Page 2 of the local news is served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food specializing in sushi rolls. 50 different varieties of sushi rolls, one for every state.
Continuing with more local news, Caltrans is continuing work on the Colorado River Bridge. Here's more on that story.
Work continues Wednesday night. Caltrans crews will close all eastbound lanes of Interstate 8 on the Colorado River Bridge near Yuma. The closure begins at 9 p.m. and continues until 5 a.m. The 4th Avenue on-ramp to eastbound Interstate 8 will also be closed during the same hours. They will be replacing seismic bearings. Detours will be posted. It is all a part of an ongoing project between Caltrans and the Arizona Department of Transportation to upgrade the I-8 Colorado River Bridge. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
You're invited to meet the Salton Sea Management Program team. They will be holding a community workshop this coming Thursday, April the 20th. The team will discuss an overview of the recently released 2023 annual report, and participants will learn about projects underway and current planning efforts for future Salton Sea projects. It will be an opportunity to meet the members of the Salton Sea team and the community outreach. Questions will be encouraged. The workshop will be held at the Torres Martinez Desert Cahuilla Indian Tamika Gym, located at 66725 Martinez Road in Thermal. The workshop will also be available via Zoom, teleconference, or webinar. Go to County of Imperial Facebook page for more information. Workshops to discuss AB 617, the North End Community Corridor. George Gale explains.
It will be similar to the South End AB 617 corridor. Air Pollution Control District and the Comité Cívico del Valle will host the public workshops. First workshop will be held at the Calipatria Chamber of Commerce on April 26th, beginning at 5:30 p.m. Two workshops will be held on April 27th. First will be at the Youth Hall in Westmoreland, beginning at 1 p.m. Second will be at 5:30 p.m. and will be held at the Del Rio Community Center in Brawley. Collaborative initiative will employ proven and innovative strategies to reduce air pollution in Brawley, Westmoreland, Calipatria corridor. They will also be accepting applications from those who want to be a part of the Community Steering Committee. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Interstate 8 lane closures to begin on Thursday night. Caltrans crews will close lanes on eastbound Interstate 8 from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. for bridge rehabilitation. The closures are part of the ongoing Caltrans project to upgrade several bridge decks on Interstate 8. The work includes resurfacing the bridge deck, replacing bearings and bridge hinge locations, as well as replace approach slabs, defective guardrails, and seismic bearings. Traffic control will be in place during the work hours. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, serving you fresh and delicious Japanese food. Also giving you great customer service and a menu full of items for everyone's appetite. Check out their unique Estates sushi rolls, one for each of our 50 states. And come join them with their famous sake bomb, a thrilling event with James Chingon. Make a group reservation at their cozy patio or cater at Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, 416 South J Street in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4440. Visit them at KSushiBarandGrill.com.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, stronger winds are forecast across the region for the next couple of days as the disturbance passes to our north. The strongest winds expected today across the Imperial Valley and then moving into eastern Arizona. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies will continue. Temperatures will be seasonable through Thursday in the mid-80s across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. By the weekend, warmer temperatures will overtake the desert Southwest, soaring back into the lower to mid-90s. No rain is forecast over the next week. 92 our high yesterday, 61 the overnight low. Wind gusts peaked at 37 miles an hour last night. Today will be sunny with a high near 87. West wind 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 55. West wind 20 to 30 miles an hour, gusting up to 45 miles an hour. Those winds will then turn out of the north-northwest. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 83. West-northwest wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, becoming north-northeast. Those winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. We have 66 degrees, 37% relative humidity, wind out of the west-northwest 10, gusting up to 15 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials. The dinner menu features 16 different entrees. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
We mark every inch that our kids grow.
Whoa, look how tall you're getting.
And watch them outgrow, well, everything.
This shirt is way too small.
But there's something else that can grow that we don't see. It's what doctors call toxic stress. It's how a child's body responds to difficult experiences, from harsh language to a painful loss. There are steps parents can take to help. Learn 4 things you can do to overcome toxic stress at first5california.com.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action, 76ers top the Nets, 96-84. Meanwhile, the Kings clobbered the Warriors, 114 to 106. In the Kings game, Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings, Draymond Green ejected for a flagrant foul. And the Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson Jr. has been named the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Major League Baseball action. The Padres shut out for the second day in a row. Braves beat the Pods 2-0. Angels slipped by the Red Sox 5-4. Marlins nipped the Giants 4-3. Reds beat up on the Rays 8-1. Rangers shut out the Royals 4-0. Diamondbacks dumped the Cardinals 6-3. Astros outlasted the Blue Jays 9-2. Pirates pounded the Rockies 14-3. Cubs beat the Athletics 10-1. Brewers over the Mariners 7-3. Mets out-hit the Dodgers and outscored them 8-6. Guardians and Tigers, Phillies and White Sox postponed due to inclement weather. And the Philadelphia Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts have reached an agreement on a 5-year, $255 million extension. $179.3 million guaranteed. You know what? You pay for that. You want to go to an NFL game? Take 4 people. Better bring about $1,200. Yeah, and you want that $39.99 Jalen Hurts jersey? Well, you'll pay $119 for it. Yeah, you're paying for it. That's it for Sports Time. Brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
What do you get when you combine a round of golf with a strike or two with the excitement of playing the slots? What do you get? All the fun under the sun. And that's what you'll find and more at Kokopah Casino and Resort, South Highway 95 in Somerton, kokopahresort.com. Win your share of $100,000 during Kokopah's Lucky Charms Giveaway Lottery, Fridays and Saturdays between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. March through May. See the Rewards Club for details.
And it's financial news with a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. U.S. home building pulled back in March, falling 0.8% in March from February, as a decline in multifamily home construction failed to balance out an increase in single-family homes. Housing starts, a measure of new home construction, down 17.2% from a year ago, according to data released by the Census Bureau. After surging in February, following 5 consecutive months of falling, March housing starts fell to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 1.42 million, down from the revised February estimates of 1.43. And writers for television, movies, and streaming shows have voted overwhelmingly to go on strike if no labor deal can be reached before May 1st. The vote, announced yesterday, showed 97.9% of participating union members voting to approve a potential strike. If a strike happens, it would be the first since 2007, and it would bring production on many shows and films to a halt. That 2007 strike lasted 100 days. The Writers Guild of America, the union that represents the writers, says it needs to make substantial changes in the way that writers are compensated because of the shift to streaming services from traditional films and cable and broadcast networks. Big board showing red right now. The Dow Jones off 136 at 33,850. The S&P 500 off 5 at 4146. The NASDAQ down 11 at 12,146. Gold up $15 an ounce oil off 14 cents a barrel. The market still waiting for some direction.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
By the way, today is tax day. Unless you filed for an extension, your taxes are due today. We will have sunny skies today with a high near 87. West winds 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 55. West wind 20 to 30 miles an hour, becoming north-northwest in the evening. Winds could gust as high as 45 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 83. West-northwest wind 10 to 15 miles an hour. Gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Those winds will become north-northeast later in the day. And there is an air quality alert in effect for the valley as well as a wind advisory. Right now, downtown El Centro, 66 degrees. 37% relative humidity. Wind out of the west-northwest at about 10, gusting up to 15 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you this morning by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal. You'll find them at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. CBS News just ahead.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. Action in a Russian court as a Moscow judge decides an American reporter should remain jailed on spy charges. Evan Gershkovich of the Wall Street Journal was seized last month. CBS's Holly Williams.
After the decision was handed down, the U.S. ambassador spoke to the media, reiterating the U.S. government's position, saying, quote, the charges against Evan are baseless, and we call on the Russian Federation to release him.
The case against Gershkovich has rattled another American who's held in Russia. That's what Paul Whelan's brother David tells WWJ-TV in Detroit.
The last couple of weeks have been hard because with it being so similar to Paul's case, the espionage charges, the Kremlin, the wrongful detention label by the State Department, we got a lot of questions about what it was like when it happened to Paul. And so in a sense, we've been reliving those first couple of weeks again.
A 65-year-old upstate New York man is charged with murder. Sheriff Jeffrey Murphy says he fired on people in a car outside his home.
Gone to the scene in error. They were looking for a friend's house, and unfortunately, they drove up this driveway.
A 20-year-old woman was killed. The black 16-year-old who was shot when he rang the doorbell at the wrong house in Kansas City is now healing at home. His mother, Cleo Nagby, was on CBS Mornings.
He's surrounded by a team of medical professionals. I'm a nurse for almost 20 years. His aunt is a physical therapy. His uncle is a medical professional. That's why he's home.
The 84-year-old white homeowner now faces assault charges. Police say race was a factor in the shooting. Today, the Supreme Court's considering a case about religious allowances in the workplace. Legal analyst Thane Rosenbaum says it involves a Christian mail carrier in rural Pennsylvania.
In this age of Sunday deliveries, the postal workers delivered packages for Amazon on the Sabbath. If the court believes that allowing federal workers to keep the Sabbath is an undue hardship to the Postal Service in order to stay in business, then it might just rule against the postal carrier.
Opening statements expected today in the trial that pits Dominion voting systems against Fox and the allegation that Fox knowingly aired false 2020 election claims. The city council in Jackson, Mississippi votes today on a contract with a new private trash hauler. The last deal ran out 3 weeks ago, and restaurant owner Dylan Broom says garbage has been piling up across the city ever since.
It's atrocious. I can't imagine running a restaurant over here and having to even consider this as part of my business model. This is unacceptable.
Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 128. This is CBS News.
Hire with minimal effort and maximum success with Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
We're recording this Progressive commercial on a real boat to let people know that when you bundle your home, boat, and other vehicles... What was that, Flo? Progressive saves you money, Jamie. Why are we doing this on a boat? We were going for authenticity. We're going to the city? Authenticity. You mean Atlantic City? But we're not in the Atlantic. Are we?
Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language? In as little as 3 weeks, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life, celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
An Alabama home where historic civil rights marches were drawn up has now been sold to a historical museum in Michigan.
In a 3,000-square-foot bungalow owned by dentist Sullivan Jackson and his wife Richie Jean, Martin Luther King Jr. and other civil rights leaders planned the 1965 Selma to Montgomery marches.
Our goal is Montgomery.
The Jackson House will be dismantled starting later this year and trucked more than 800 miles to the Henry Ford Museum's Greenfield Village in Dearborn for preservation. The project is expected to take up to 3 years. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
China today denied all accusations of an overseas police presence, with the country's foreign ministry saying the U.S. is making groundless accusations. 2 men in New York City were arrested, accused of establishing a secret police station in Chinatown that monitored or harassed dissidents and other Beijing opponents. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for
Carroll Buckley.
Things he says and like you can connect to them.
AM 1230 KXO. 1230